Hiya. I'm just doing some just going to put in the washing machine. So I just thought I'd have a quick chat while I was just doing that. A lady called Sally commented and just asked if I can do a video on why I joined Slimming World. It's written over here, that's why I'm reading it over there. Why I joined Slimming World, how much have I lost, and what differences it's made to me. So the reason why I decided to join Slimming World was that it had worked for me in the past. Before I had my first child, I went to Slimming World. I followed the green plan. There was no speed food kind of part of it or anything, so you couldn't just eat a bowl of noodles if you wanted, and it worked, and the weight came off. I can't remember what I got down to, and I can't really remember what I started at then, but I knew it worked. So this time I didn't join Slimming World for ages, even though I probably could have done, because I thought I could do it by myself and I didn't want to pay the money to do it. I decided that I was trying to lose weight, and I just couldn't get under the £180 barrier. I was sort of hovering around 189 through to 180, and just couldn't get past that last little scrap. And I decided I thought to myself, do you know what, I'm actually just going to go back to Slimming World again. There was one on a Monday morning. I just thought I'm just going to do it, just to get it done, because otherwise I'm just going to be here forever. My son was starting school, and I thought, it's an opportunity for a change. He's going to be changing the situation. We're all going to change. Everything's going to change. And I thought, well, why not? If I change. My alarm's gone off to tell me to go to bed, but I'm not quite there to go to bed yet, so I have to ignore it for 1 hour. I'll live with the washing. I'm just going to empty the cartridge water. Yeah, so I thought I'll do that. I'm gonna, change. And I decided to do it. I did it in that July, so that by September, when my sons started school, then I would have had a bit of a change already that had happened, and I'd had a bit more of an impact. One of the main things that spurred me on that I really needed to actually do something about it was the fact that I had a pair of trousers that were a size 16, and I could not do them up really anymore. They were right at the very edge. I had other pairs of size 16 jeans that did not fit me. So, in hindsight, it was quite obvious that I wasn't a size 16. It was quite obvious that I was a size 18 or possibly more. So I think I had a situation where I had lots of size 16s that didn't fit me. I had one pair that did, and I was down to that one pair of trousers. And in order to, I basically had to wash that pair of trousers at night time and have them dry ready for the next day in order to wear trousers. I had no other clothes that I could wear, and I didn't really have the money to be going to buy new clothes. That's not something I could really do. So I suppose I thought, as a bit of me just thought, well, why don't you actually save some money? Obviously going to Slimming World was a cost that I had to accommodate for, and I thought, well, why don't you save yourself the money of buying some new trousers, put it into going to Slimming World, and then fit into all of these other size 16 clothes you've got already waiting for you that you can't fit into anymore. So I suppose that was my big push. I felt uncomfortable having to have a fat person uniform. I felt that I didn't want to just have to wear these jeans and a certain types of clothes that could only suit me, and I felt quite limited. Lots of other reasons within it all why I decided to. Reasons why I'd had enough of being overweight, but most of it was I just felt I couldn't do it anymore. There's no way I could possibly at all get away with being as overweight as I was, and it was only ever going to spiral up. I mean, unless I pushed past that 180 barrier, which, I don't know whether I can do it in here. I think it was, I think, if I'm not mistaken, how many pounds we are, can't remember what basically I started off at 13 stone and 8.5 pounds. And I can't remember what that is. No, sorry, 13 stone 8.5 pounds. I can't remember what that is in pounds, as it were. But it took me, what was I in? So yeah, I can't remember when I broke that barrier, but I remember getting to 179 pounds. I was still weighing myself on my own scales, and I was just thinking, yeah, I've finally broken through that 180, barrier. And so therefore it took me, so I started at 13 stone 8. That's where I started. 13 stone 8. And I, on the 4th of July 2016, and on the 3rd of July 2017, which is my 1 year anniversary, I weighed 11 stone 1 pound. And I had at that point hit my target there. That's my sort of layer of my first target and my 1 year anniversary there. So I just managed it just under a year, and I lost, to hit my target of 11 stone, I lost 36.5 pounds, which is just over my, just over my 2.5 stone award. So I've lost 2.5 stone. I'm surprised what a difference it's made, to be honest. 2.5 stone for me, I just feel like, well, that's not very much. I don't feel like it's very much. But I think the longer I've been at this weight, the more I've realised, I didn't realise how much weight I had on my thighs. And when I started losing weight, I was like, it felt really weird. My knees knocking together. I felt really quite uncomfortable, and it's settled out. My body's like figured out where my knees are, and so it kind of my body walks more normally and doesn't kind of bump itself with its own knees. But it's taken a little while for my body to adjust, and I think the more my body's adjusted, washing machine's empty now, so I can just put across the new road. The more my body's adjusted, the more I've realised what has changed. So I suppose what difference it's made. I can now fit into size 14 trousers very, very, very comfortably. I can't really fit into size 12s, but I'm not overly fussed on that. What else has changed? I can run now. I used to, before, when I used to run, I used to have my body would just jiggle, and it would be quite uncomfortable on my back fat and stuff like that. It would jiggle up and down. That wasn't a very comfortable thing to happen. I suppose I'm trying to think of things I haven't already covered in my non-scale victories along the way, because there's lots of those are processed within. Life has changed because I now eat much healthier. I mean, I've always been a vegetarian, but I eat a lot of stuff that a lot of unhealthy foods, I suppose. I don't eat white bread anymore. I don't eat 5 bags of crisps in a go anymore. I don't buy multi-packs, like a multi-thing of like a family sharing bag of kettle chips anymore and just eat them all. I don't eat a whole packet of biscuits. I don't buy kind of like a sharing bar of chocolate and eat all that anymore. That my food habits have changed dramatically. I suppose my clothing choices have changed now. I wore a pair of shorts, I think, pretty much the first time in my life, really, apart from maybe when I was a child. I would have never worn a pair of shorts in my adult life. I wore a pair of shorts recently. It was only when I was at the beach and I was paddling, so I didn't have to roll up my trousers. I wouldn't really want to wear it in kind of day-to-day life because I'm all varicose veiny and all sorts. But I did wear them and I felt okay. I felt absolutely fine in them, absolutely fine. And it's been really nice to kind of still want to do my last stone, to get down to 10 stone, just to get my belly down a bit more, but I feel probably most comfortable I've felt in my whole life, really, to be honest. I think I've only been at Target for, let's quick check to see, yeah, I've only been at Target for about 3 months or so, so it's sort of still sort of kicking in, really, kind of what has changed. It's very useful to, my daughter always has stuff in her pocket, so I have to like check every single thing and turn everything right around all the time. Yeah, it's useful to be asked questions, so it's very nice of you to ask me questions, to ask me to do videos. That's very nice, because it's quite a nice way of kind of springboarding ideas. I appreciate that. I suppose what I'd like to ask is how you guys have done so far, like where you, I know a couple of you have said already that sort of where you are in your life, as it were, where you've kind of, you know, when you started and stuff like that, and how much you've lost. But it would be interesting if anybody else is watching that would like to put, obviously if you've already commented, you guys comment again, it's always useful to know again any extra bits. But yeah, it would be interesting to know the same, I asked the same question to you, I suppose. Why you joined Slimming World, how much you've lost, and the differences it has made to you. And I will see you on the next video. I would like to do, what would I like to do? Yeah, I'd like to do one which is new ways to cope with stress rather than eating over it, to deal with comfort eatings and cravings. So comfort eating and cravings, that's a bit of a mission there, because what I'm doing is seeing how I react to things and seeing what strategies I employ nowadays. I haven't really thought about it tremendously, how I actually cope with stuff. So I'd like to do a video on that, about how I now cope with stress and comfort eating and cravings. That's different to how I used to do that, so that would be a useful video for me to do. And I will see you, I'll also try and do some more what I eat and stuff like that in a day. And I will see you in the next video. See you later, bye!